Hi everyone, Katie here. Welcome back to another layout video. Today I am working with a few more pictures from my trip to Peru. We stopped at a beautiful church on our way to Cusco, and I have a few pictures to document. And as I'm making this, I must say it does not become my favorite layout, but that's okay. I still, got stuff documented. I'm happy my photos are preserved, and maybe it's not my favorite page, but that's okay. I'm still, happy enough with it. It works out. So I'm starting with that green background paper. That is a pattern paper from Paige Evans' Wonders collection. It's one of the few that I have left, and I thought I would use that. I also have the Go the Scenic Route clipboard that I wanted to use. I just wanted to make this a colorful layout, which I do feel like I am successful in doing. I take a piece of blue cardstock to mat my photos. Now, the reason I do this is just because blue is another colorful color, and the paper was sitting right next to me in a scrap pile on my desk. So, two birds there. Now I am flipping through my Chamel Sparkle City journaling 6x8 pad to try to find something that would work. I choose this like half sheet. It's a half sheet because I've used the other half. It's like pink on pink, lines to make a little journaling box. And I'm trying to arrange it. As I'm doing this, it makes me wish that I had like the Wonders 6x8 pad or Go the Scenic Route 6x8 pad or something. I don't have any of Paige Evans' small pads like that, but I kind of wish I did. I think I would have used it on this layout, and I think it would have turned out nicely. But that's okay. Instead, I take a piece of this cardstock. This is from Picnic in the Park. It's all these sparkly hearts, and it is the specialty cardstock. Now, when I originally bought it, I fussy cut out like half a page of these hearts. And I've used a lot, and I still have a bunch of them, but I had some of this paper left over sitting on my desk also. So I'm like, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to make like a little element out of it. So I'm cutting down some of the white around there, but not completely. And I'm not being super careful about it. I know that it's not a perfect cutout, which is okay with me. And at the time, that's what I was really going for. I do think now that the layout's finished, that it would have looked better if I had done a little bit, worked hard to make it symmetrical and everything. But you know what? That's okay. It still works out. It all gets on the page. But as I'm looking at my layout, I'm like, okay, something needs to change. It's just not loving it. So I go ahead and cut off half an inch off, the two sides, the top and side of the paper, so that I can have a 1/4 inch border of this pink cardstock. Now this is a very intense bright pink, so I don't gut it or anything. I just put the whole piece on top of the entire, piece of pink cardstock. And I think it works really well as a nice matte for my layout. It is generally a little too much for me when it's, just all pink. So I'm rearranging my layout now, trying to get all my photos on, trying to get my journaling box on where I like it. And ultimately I decide, you know what, this will work. Let's go ahead and stick it down. And usually I don't like to, stick down my journaling box until after I've written in it, and just in case I, majorly mess up or something like that. But I decided to just go for it and kind of come what may, you might say. I'm fairly confident in my ability to write, and really if I mess up, it's not that big a deal. It just shows that this is real life. At least that's how I see it. So I'm sticking down all my little elements, my little row of sparkly hearts. I get out the clipboard here, and I take off a couple of these big hearts. One says "Life is Beautiful," and I'll add another one here in a minute. Now you can see there, that was our itinerary for Peru, because this chapel is called, you know what, I'm not even going to try to pronounce it, because I would mess it up. But they call it the Sistine Chapel of South America, and rightfully so. I mean, it was extremely ornate and beautiful. paintings everywhere, gold leafing, and that's what that picture there in the middle is of. It's actually a photograph of the chapel. They asked us not to take pictures inside, but they did have a very large photograph for you to take a picture of if you wanted to do that. So I did do that, and you can see, extremely ornate. And it was very pretty, very cool to go in and learn a little bit more about the religious culture there. It's not, while they are Catholic, which is in the U.S. and all around, it is not exactly the same as where I'm from, and it was really interesting to learn that. So now I'm trying to find a title, and I don't want to name it just the name of the church or anything. So I just pick out these thickers. This one says lovely. I wanted one kind of that said beautiful, but you know what? Lovely works just as well. And I liked the little gold leafy bits that went around there. So I add a couple more little elements, and my layout's getting pretty full. I really, at this point, still am thinking, I don't love it. I can add a little bit more. So I get out a few more stickers, put one down, and go for one more chipboard sticker here. And you know what? Ultimately, I decide this isn't my favorite layout. I thought about not making it into, a video to post, but I think it's important to know that it's okay for not everything to be perfect. It's okay for not everything to be your favorite thing. So even though I make things that I'm like, yeah, okay, I could do a better job next time. Like, I'm not going to take this apart. It's still going in my layout, and it's still, coming up on my channel, because it's okay to make not the best thing every time. I still have my memories, I still have my journaling, and I'm happy with that. So thanks so much for watching. Bye.